Are the walls closing in on good old Uncle Joe? Yeah, I don't really know. I'm not going to go that far. I'm not going to be like an Adam Schiff type. Any day now, we've got the documents, so we're going to be able to prove anything. Yeah, I'll wait for the investigations to actually start rolling out. But Watchdog Group launches an investigation into Biden's woke army. What do you mean by woke army? You're not going to mean a bunch of different things. Are you talking about the woke army in the White House? Or are you talking about the woke army? Like, is that what we're talking about? I don't actually know at the end of the day, but there's a bunch of different moving parts to this. So without further ado, the Foundation of Government Accountability, FGA, is launching an investigation into recent executive order the group called an unprecedented scheme they believe violates the democratic process. That's just a lot of jargon so far to perfectly encapsulate the Biden administration. In a press release, FGA said that they plan to sound the alarm on the woke army assembling inside the federal government through Executive Order 14091, titled Executive Order Further Advancing Racial Equity and Support for Underserved Communities through the federal government. Yeah, we know the darkies need a leg up and they can't do it themselves, so the government's got to come in and, fucking stupid. FGA announced that their investigation will include filing FOIA requests targeting the 23 agencies addressed in the EO, what the fuck, including the Department of State, Justice, Defense, Labor, Transportation, Social Security, Education, and Health and Human Services. The group will share the information they gather with Congress, the states, and the American people. According to the press release, FGA asserted the plan was developed by the left-wing activist group and said that it designed to circumvent the normal democratic processes and instead force their ideology onto Americans. Well, that all sounds well and good, but we know that everybody involved with the Biden administration has a certain degree of wokeness to them, so I don't know necessarily how wide and how vast this net is ultimately going to drag anything or what's going to come up from it. Oh, great, you found some woke underlings. Great. The problem is still at the base. The problem is still at the root, and until you want to work everything out, that's going to be a problem. And while I said at the beginning, I didn't want to get too hyperbolic with the claims that, oh my god, it's all going to end now, but it really looks like they're slow rolling this shit, especially now that China has paying off other people involved with the Biden family. What are we talking about here? Hallie Biden revealed as new a Biden family member who got China cash. Go ahead and close that for a second because little run-in videos just kind of sound stupid to me. President Biden's daughter-in-law, Hallie, is the mysterious new Biden family member who got paid Chinese cash in 2017. Oh, great. It was a wonderful year. 2017. What was I doing at that point in time? I don't remember. Where was I at? I think I was selling nuts and bolts. It's not a joke. That's reality. Another story for another time. Yeah, it would have been. Okay, just trying to do the math in my head. It's, 5 years ago. Five's a long time ago. Oh shit, it's even longer when it's actually 6. House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer. Not that type of Comer. Revealed exclusively to the Post Thursday. Comer said the payments to first son Hunter Biden's sister-in-law turned former lover, were revealed in subpoenaed bank records. Oh, okay, so this is the original homie hopper in the family. This is Beau's former wife turned brother fucker. Delightful. The records show Hallie Biden received $35,000 over 2 transfers in 2017 from Biden family associate Rob Walker, who got $3 million on March 1st of 2017. Oh, Jesus. Women really, truly do deserve less. From State Energy HK Limited, a firm associated with CEFC China Energy. President Biden, who allegedly was the big guy. Yeah, we kind of figured that. 10% for the big guy. You're the big guy, right? Mentioned in Communicado about the same China venture. Dined at Hallie Biden's residence last Friday during his regular weekend trip home to Delaware. Of course, his regular weekday, whenever he can. 40% of his presidency has been spent on vacation. He's working hard for the American people, about 4 hours a day. He has to sleep the rest of it. Like, come on, he's getting old. He's 80. Fucker's 80. It is unclear what they discussed in the looming bombshell while Comer publicly teased Monday night that Fox News' Hannity. Oh, of course. But Hannity was too busy trying to push whatever the CIA's doing. Fucking spook. One transfer to Hallie from Robinson Walker LLC was for $25,000 on March 20th, 2017. Comer staff wrote in the morning memo to committee members. Another 10 was transferred February 13th, raising many questions, according to the committee aide, because it came shortly before rather than after the $3 million haul. Well, everybody's got to get paid out in a timely fashion, I guess. Oh man, see, they look so happy together when they're not cracked out. But oh, there's Rob. Yeah, Rob Walker, I don't know, getting spied on by the feds. Like, the fuck is going on here? Information creates an unexpected new avenue for investigation. And the memo notes that the bank records don't include the first name of all Biden family recipients, meaning that there may be others involved. Yeah, I was going to think, James, the old Iraqi home builder Biden. Hallie is the widow of Beau. Oh, it is the homie hopper, who died of brain cancer in 2015. No, he died in Iraq. My son was he was on the front lines. He was a fucking military attorney, but whatever, man. He sounded like the only stable person, so that's why he had to peace out from that debaucherous family. The mother of two of the president's grandchildren. Oh, God. I couldn't imagine a fate worse than that. Like, I'm sure that they probably have everything taken care of that they could ever want, but that comes at the risk of, Joe Biden being your grandfather and his proclivities. Democrats described our subpoena as providing nothing more than the records for Papa John's and Starbucks. Sorry, what? But they failed to mention the records we've received documenting the Biden family business schemes, Comer told the Post, referring to the committee's ranking member, Representative Ratskin's disclosure of the subpoenas this week. Yeah, but that motherfucker still has a hard-on for Trump, but couldn't end up securing the impeachment. That fucking loser. Yo, even Haley knows what time it is. It's like, ugh, God, if I can just go ahead and secure the bag and this old guy can just fucking die already, I can stop having my hair rustled. But at least you got cool Ray-Bans out of it. Over the course of several years, members of the Biden family and their companies received over $1.3 million in payments from accounts related to the associate Rob Walker, Comer said. Most of this money came from the result of a wire from a Chinese energy company that went not only to Hunter and James, but also to Hallie and an unknown Biden. 2017, Beau had already been dead. Chances are you roll the dice, it comes out James, good old Jimmy on the cut. More than a third of the $3 million from Walker's firm received was forwarded to Biden family associate James Gilliar, and almost the exact same amount, $1,065,000, was distributed among Biden family members over 3 months, the committee memo says. The staff memo says the bank records raise questions for investigators, including why Hallie Biden, publicly reported to work as a school counselor, received money from Robinson Walker LLC, and who the account holder is from, or is for, the bank account entitled Biden. Don't care to be a little bit more specific? No, it's just Biden in general. You guys know we have money here, I guess. A bank account identified in the records as belonging to Biden without a first name received $70,000 from Walker's account, and the an installment paid from March 6th to May 17th, according to the memo. The rest appears to have gone to entities controlled by Hunter and James. Okay, yeah, it's seeming a lot more likely that James is the other beneficiary of these Chinese activities. Committee is continuing to investigate the identity of this account holder. Yeah, it's really going to be a big shock at the end of the day. Oh my God, the only other living family member of Joe was also on the tank? Or on the take. Wow, I'm just as shocked as absolutely nobody. Chinese funds flowed into the famous political family less than 2 months after Joe Biden left office as Barack Obama gave me a job, vice president. Yeah, no, exactly. It all makes sense at the end of the day, and that's why it's so sad that the Clinton political dynasty ends up dying with the most pathetic fucking vestige still attached to that rotted ass old tree. That's a Biden family, after all. Like, the Clintons were just as corrupt. Honestly, if we ever run the records on them, you're going to find similar business dealings. But no. This comes with the great value version of the Clintons. The fucking Bidens. Just as much drugs in excess, just probably fewer bodies. Yo, why does that look like Ron DeSantis' wife? Not alleging anything or anything like that. Just saying, look the same. They just look the same. Walker, who distributed the money, is a former Clinton... Are you kidding me? Clinton administration official whose wife, Betsy Massey Walker, loves him so much she had to hyphenate her last name, was an assistant to First Lady Jill Biden during Joe Biden's vice presidency. Are you having a laugh? The White House spokesman Ian Sams dismissed the new revelations as an attack on the Biden family. Yes, running receipts and just exposing some Chinese corruption. It's an attack. Valid one, but I guess that's probably why he didn't say that these were false in any form or fashion. After a disgusting attack lamenting that the president's deceased son, Beau, was never prosecuted while he was alive, Congressman Comer has now decided to go after Beau, the widow. Well, if she's culpable, that's fine. Just because her husband died doesn't mean that she is immune from any further prosecution. Instead of bizarrely attacking the president's family, perhaps House Republicans should focus on working with the president to deliver results for American families. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Same old fucking political jargon. Listen, the Bidens are fucking corrupt. We know it, you know it, and now the House Republicans know it. What the fuck are they ultimately going to do with it? Probably the same shit that the Republicans do forever and ever. Drag out this fucking investigation and, oh, you guys will just have to vote for us again in order for us to complete the investigation. Because you know that this shit isn't going to wrap up anytime soon, okay? We still got a primary season to go through, and that'll carry the headlines, because that'll start beefing up, because allegedly Ron DeSantis has set a timeline of about May if he's going to be jumping into the presidential race. If all of those neocon checks cash, he'll be right in there, and then you'll see Mike Pence pop up, and I think Pompeo has declared, and I just can't wait for this round, because it's just going to be Trump and a bunch of his former cabinet members. And oh man, I missed out on a bunch of just watching all of those early primary debates in 2016 or 2015 in this case. And oh, we're gonna get a repeat of that, and it's gonna be fucking glorious just to see Mike's zero charisma Pence, Rex fucking Bannon himself up there getting roasted, so that white hair on his head, it just gets a little bit of a tinge to it. And we'll see if Trump is in fact back. And like I said, man, I've said this multiple times over, and I don't care who disagrees with me on this. Trump is the only candidate for 2024. I like Ron DeSantis. I don't like some of the things I'm seeing coming out of this, but I like Ron DeSantis. Just not for president right now. 2028, fine. If he wants a gilded position in the Trump White House after his second term in office in Florida is done and dusted, good choice for him. Learn the ropes, set the people in place that you want. Make yourself in a position where you cannot be corruptible. Rather, become uncorruptible. Because I see some ins, especially when it comes to your endorsements and the money that's coming your way. There are people that don't want what's best for the country. They want what's best for themselves, just like the Biden family, okay? Getting tied in with all of the other much more successful political families. They have people behind the scenes pulling the strings, needing to have their favors checked in. I don't want that from another president that's coming in. Trump, don't like some of his personnel decisions, okay? He definitely held a couple of L's when it came to that, but can you buy off a man who's a legitimate fucking billionaire? No. Will he be coming in with a fucking vendetta, given the fact that he cannot run for another term, so therefore it's just going to be all systems go Trump? I hope he's still that guy. Hopefully he still continues to bring that same energy, but, you know, time will tell. And those first round of debates are going to be fucking legendary, but especially if there's going to be ammunition, especially if they're going to be able to tie back in old, corrupt Uncle Joe, the big guy, 10%. You want to have him in the White House, okay, just going out there.
on the take for China and Ukraine, all of his money laundering activities, which we all know. I tried to tell you in 2020 from the laptop from hell. His crack smoking son, his crack smoking son, who everybody tells me laid in the same bed with his deceased brother's wife. That's reprehensible. That's what people tell me. I would say that it's disgusting, but that's what other people tell me as well. Why aren't the House Republicans investigating it further?
Well, they are right now. I highly doubt that you're going to get a conclusion on that, but they're at least on the right track. But yes, if you'd like to read the rest of this article, the rest of it just kind of recaps everything that we know at this point in time, and I'm about good when it comes to this stuff. I got an entire playlist on YouTube. All of the original videos that I've done on this topic are all over on Rumble. There are a couple dozen, I think, at this point in time. There's at least 20, I think. But yeah, this is a story that's not going anywhere anytime soon, and I'll be doing the updates wherever I can, regardless of how small they are, because realistically, we got the most corrupt president of all time. Like, okay, the Watergate scandal wasn't even close compared to this. Like, there is nothing on this level. Like, Biden's a thief. Biden's super compromised, but nobody wants to talk about that. Okay, take a look at the old man. Hey, I could be like a performing animal. I'll just trip down the stairs for the 95th fucking time. If I have to see another stumble collage of the old man just wandering out of Air Force One, and I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably start with a laugh, and then it'll just, descend from there, kind of like him down that flight of stairs. So, with all of that said, I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.